Okay, good afternoon students, how are you? I hope you all fine and enjoying the lockdown. Stay home, stay. So as I told you in last video that we will discuss question answers about second chapter of geography, location and extent. So exercise we are going to see, but before that I want to revise you chapter once again, and you have to keep in your mind what points we have studied already. So the few points that already I told you, the comparison between India and Brazil. So first we have studied that location. Basically in that we have studied that longitude and latitude, and after that we have studied the extent, the exact boundaries of the both countries. So we got an idea the how much area they have covered on the earth, on what degrees they have on particular place that we have studied, and after that we learn few symbols about degrees, minutes and seconds, how we are going to use in a map reading to find out the exact latitude and longitude of the particular country. So these are the points. After that we have studied the historical background of the both country. We already know about our Indian country, so we have to learn more and more about Brazil. So few information we got in a last lecture. Also after that we have studied in that lesson the neighboring countries. So and also ocean, sea, and we not study about it, about rivers, that we are going to study next chapter. But whatever we have studied from this we have to keep in mind. So in next chapter there is a same related content that we are going to study. So neighboring countries and ocean, seas we have studied already, and historical background about both countries. So here we are going to study now next exercise. So before that I want to discuss that in last video I asked you one question, which is the ruling power, so which is the foreign power that ruled on Brazil, that same foreign power ruled on India also. So you not answered me yet, so I am waiting for your answer in comment box. So I told you that one ruling power, that here we got a reference that Portuguese. So in India, on which place the imperial power Portuguese they ruled in India, on which place, that you have to tell me in comment box. Okay. So little bit information we have to discuss that, try to know from the text we are going to see that. So we know, as we know that our Indian independence we are celebrating on 15th August, and we know about that. But about Brazil, they celebrating their independence day on 7th September, 7th of September, and also we know about the republic system. Both countries are following the republic system. We have a democracy, and also see the Brazil name, how they got the Brazil name. There is a one wooden tree. On the basis of that wooden tree, Pau Brazil, the name of the tree is Pau Brazil. So basis on this they got the name for their country, Brazil. So these are the facts we saw, how they got the name. Okay. Okay friends, sorry students. Now we are going to see that exercise. Are the sentences right or wrong, that we have to see. First we have to fix it right or wrong, whether it is wrong or right, and after that we have to correct it. So first statement we are going to see, the Brazil is mainly located in the southern hemisphere. So first statement, see, the Brazil is mainly located in southern hemisphere. See, in previous lecture you have seen carefully, or you have noticed it that in that lecture I told you this statement that much and more part comes into the southern hemisphere and remaining into the a little bit part in northern, and less part which comes into the west part of the South American continent. So main part, this maximum part of the Brazil comes into the southern hemisphere. So exactly we can say that this statement is correct. This statement is correct. So in front of that you have to write statement is correct or right. So no need to correct it or no any changes in this statement. So we will step forward for the next question. Tropic of Capricorn passes through the middle of India. Tropic of Capricorn passes through middle of India. Listen here, I told you that in last video you have to observe map very carefully. Mainly you have to focus whenever you are going to read the map, what is the exact latitude, longitude, and where is the equator line, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So through that you will get the exact location of the any particular country. So I told you that one line goes through the middle of India, that is Tropic of Cancer, but here we going to see that a statement is Tropic of Capricorn. So here we have to see that this statement is wrong, so we have to correct it. So what we have to do for this, only you have to do changes on this line, on this you have to work on this word. So you have to rough it and you have to write Tropic of Cancer. So through this method you have to correct this statement and you have to write once again. See, many students have one bad habit that I want to tell you. What they do, basically while writing the question answer, first question you are objective of questions whenever you are going to face. That time all students, means many of them, they are writing only answers. They are not writing in a full sentence. In a short, they are writing answer in one word. But this is wrong method. I want to tell you, whenever you are going to write the right or wrong or true or false, whether the statement wrong or right, and any other fill in the blanks also, that time you have to write full sentence, full statement, and how they given instruction to solve. According to that you have to complete your action and you have to write the answer in full sentence. We don't have to use shortcuts. So like this way you have to complete the statements. Okay, we are going to see next one. Okay students, next one statement, right or wrong, you have to decide it. The longitudinal extent of Brazil is less than India. The Okay, see, as I told you in a previous lecture that if we have focused clearly on the both countries' longitudinal and latitudinal extent, then we can easily realize that the longitudinal extent of Brazil is more than India. So here you got one word that less than India. So this word makes the statement wrong. So we have to correct it. So for that we have to rough it. But actually in a paper, in an exam paper or in a notebook, while writing, you don't have to rough it. You have to write another statement, correct statement downside. You have to correct and write again downside. No need to rough. Okay. So more than India. So here I am roughing and writing once again because for my purpose. So you have to write again one time statement downside and you follow this technique. So next one, see, equator passes through the northern part of Brazil. So see students, have you observed the map clearly? Then you will realize the line of equator means the imaginary line, the equator passes through the middle of Brazil. That we got this statement, and exactly this statement is true. So no need to change anything in this and no need to write once again downside. Okay. Okay student, next one. Next, right or wrong ones. See, Brazil has a coastline along the Pacific Ocean. So here we can see Brazil has a coastline along with Pacific Ocean. So here we can see in previous lecture we have studied that about their oceans in the chart of neighboring countries and oceans and seas. That we got in that we got information mainly two times we got that information about on the boundaries of Brazil. The famous ocean is Atlantic. So here we can see we got a word Pacific for a reference, but this due to this word this statement is wrong. So you have to write again one time this statement with correction. So what is the correction? See, the Brazil has the coastline along with the Atlantic Ocean, not with the Pacific Ocean. So here you can write Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. So these are the corrections you have to follow, and you have to rewrite the statement. Then your statement is considered for the marks. Otherwise you are using the shortcuts, then you will not get a full marks. Maybe you will get half for your shortcut answer. Okay, you have to keep in your mind. Okay, next statement, that Pakistan is the neighboring country to the southeast of India. Pakistan is the neighboring country to Southeast India. See, already we have studied that many of the neighboring countries are there, but if we know well the directions of our country and on which direction which country is situated, so if we know the well, then we don't have any problem to identify, or easily we can say on which side which country is located. So here we can see the Pakistan is the neighboring country to the Southeast India. So still here neighboring country, still here it is okay, but Southeast Asia, the problem is here. So this statement is getting wrong due to this, because Pakistan is not on the Southeast Asia. Pakistan is on the northwest of India. So on the northwest side of India we can see the Pakistan. So due to this word, the statement is getting wrong, so we have to correct it. I am going to correct only, not going to rewrite. You have to rewrite it again. So I said that northwest, we can write here northwest India, northwest of India. So this one over. After this we are going to see next one. The southern part of India is called peninsula. The southern part of India is called peninsula. So the problem is here, if you are not getting the meaning of this word, you must know the meaning, then you will realize what is the statement, and then you will get it, is it correct or wrong. So basically you have to first know the meaning of this peninsula, the place where the many other islands are nearby the particular place. Many are the islands are situated or located that place. So we can see in the southern part of India there are many islands. So that's why for that southern part we are calling as a peninsula. So this statement is true, correct. We no need to change anything in that and no need to rewrite. So here we can see our all sentences we found which were the wrong, we have corrected it, and whether already are correct, no need to write again it. So we got these all today. So next part we are going to see answer in brief. Okay, question number second, answer in brief. What problems did Brazil and India face after independence? What problems India and Brazil face after independence? So basically we know few challenges we faced after independence, that economical growth, and also the social development. Many of the problems that we have discussed in first lecture, you will get answer about it. And again next question is there, how are Brazil and India different from each other in terms of location? In terms of location, you have to exactly write answer in longitude and latitude, and in which longitude and latitude they are located, that you have to mention in answer. So this is one of the easy one. And next question, describe the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India and Brazil. So in that you have to describe how they exactly, how much the exactly longitudinal degree value and latitudinal degree value of the both countries. But before that I want to focus on second question once again. How are the Brazil and India different from each other in terms of location? This question is about location in an extent, about its boundaries, and second question that I repeated, that describe the longitudinal and latitudinal value. In this you have to describe longitudinal and latitudinal value. But when they asked you about location, so exact location on Earth, that time you have to use equator, whether it is in equator, in a Capricorn or Tropic of Capricorn or Tropic of Cancer, and what is the exact location on Earth, that you have to mention in the answer. Okay. Next, third question, we are going to see, select the correct option. India's southernmost point is known as, southernmost point. First keep in your mind, southernmost point means the southwards point, last point. On that point we are giving one name to that place. Four options we have got here. So Lakshadweep, Kanyakumari, Indira Point and Port Blair. So already I told you in first lecture that Indira Point, the tip of India, Indira Point, the tip of India is called southernmost point, southernmost last point of India. So the answer is third option, Indira Point. Now next question, these two countries in the South America do not share their border with Brazil. Okay. So question is, these two countries in South America do not share their borders with the Brazil. So which two countries do not share the border with the two countries? For getting this answer, you have to read, observe map clearly, then you will get answer. So answer options are there, four options: Chile and Ecuador, Argentina, Bolivia, Colombia, French Guiana, and fourth one, Suriname, Uruguay. These are the four options. In that first option is the answer, that Chile and Ecuador. Okay. Last one, fill in the blanks, that we are going to see now. Both the countries have dash dash type of government. So we have studied already. If you read the title of both countries, the Republic of India and the Federal Republic Brazil. So four options we have got here, in that first one military, second communist, and third one republic, and fourth one presidential. So in these four options, the second option is republic. That one is correct answer for the third fill in the blanks. So question is, both the countries have dash dash type of government, and answer is the republic type of government. Okay. So next fill in the blank, that option is there, four options are there. So in that shapes are there, so we are going to see which shape is correct. So question is, which of the following shapes show the coastal part of Brazil correctly? which of the following of the following shapes show the coastal part of Brazil correctly. So 4 shapes are there, they have given to us, that we are going to see now. First one, in a box we are going to see. Second, third, and this one fourth. So these are the shapes represents to their country, and we have to show which side in the direction, which part of the country, that particular country shows the coastal part. Coastal means which part of the country that touch to the coastal part, to the ocean. So 4 options are there. If you observe clearly the Brazil map, then you will understand that the first option that shows this part of Brazil, it touches to the coastal part. And which coastal part, which oceans are there? That Atlantic oceans, that both sides, that coastal part touches to the Atlantic Ocean. So you have to keep in mind for long period. Okay. So next question is, which of the following shapes show the coastal part of India correctly? Same as in the previous question. So we are going to see the coastal parts. So very easy for us, because you already know in India which part touches to the coastline. So we already know that. So these are the shapes. So this is for the west, this is for east, south part and north part. So India's southernmost part touches to the coastal line in southernmost and little bit west part also. So Arabian Sea and also Bay of Bengal and also Indian Ocean. Okay. So here I will write Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. So this third one shape touches to the coastline. So that's why this one is correct. So you have to keep in mind the third option that tells us that third shape tells us that India's southernmost part touches to the coastline. Okay. Now fifth one question that we are going to see now. Considering hemisphere, which shape represent the hemisphere in which India lies? Correctly represent the hemisphere in which India lies. The hemisphere in which India lies. So see question, considering hemisphere, which shape correctly represent the hemisphere in which India lies? So exactly what you have to tell, already at the beginning of the lesson, I told you on the place of the earth, in which section, northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, two hemispheres are there. So in which section the India lies exactly. So already I told you, in the northern part of the earth that India lies. So few shapes are here that we are going to see. Now the first one, the question is that considering the hemisphere, which shape correctly represent the hemisphere in the which India lies? So on the part of earth, in which part of the earth the India lies, that we are going to see. Now here these are the four shapes represent for the particular location. So first, north to south in this hemisphere, exactly here we can see west onwards. Here we can see only south, here north, and north to south, and this remaining part this side is a east onwards. So exactly answer that we are going to see now. If we see the map of Brazil, then India. If we see the map of India, then we will understand that the considering hemisphere, which shape correctly represent the hemisphere in which India lies, that exactly the answer is north, because I already told you the Indian location we can see on earth in northern hemisphere. Okay. Similar question for this. See next one, considering hemisphere, which shape correctly represent the hemisphere in which Brazil mainly lies. Now about Brazil. So the equator line passes through the Brazil, we already know that. So we are going to see in which section, already we have learned in first video. So here few shapes are there, north, south, south, north and south, and this area represent for the west. Again here this area for south, north, and remaining this part east onwards. So in this answer is second one, in the south hemisphere, means southern hemisphere, the Brazil is located. So that's why this answer is correct, that Brazil is located in the southern hemisphere. Okay. So students, here we have discussed all questions. Only objection about the answer in a brief, that you have to write the answer. I am going to give you for your homework, and you have to write in a notebook. No need of digest, because if you listen or see my first video, in that I told you answer of the all questions. As answers I not told, but information whatever necessary for answer that I told. So few questions are there, one, first, second and third, answer in brief, that you have to write in a notebook. And here we have finished our second lesson of geography, that location and extent. Still, if you have any doubt, any query about, if you're not getting answer for any question, then you can contact me and you can ask question freely. I will clear your doubt. Okay. And after this, now in the next video, we are going to continue for the next chapter of geography. The name of lesson is physiography and drainage. Okay. So here we are going to continue that about third lesson of geography, that physiography and drainage. Physiography and drainage. So little bit information necessary before start the lesson. See, I want to introduce you. Physiography means what exactly? So about physical things, about the mountain, ranges, hills. These are particular places, and the drainages. Drainage means, as it is, we don't have to take the meaning of particular word. Drainage means the rivers and basins and their tributaries. These all things, main rivers or tributaries and other basins, the source of water. About that, we are going to take information means drainage. And I told you now the physiography. Physiography means the physical information about India and Brazil that we are going to take, about the mountain ranges, plateaus, plains, hills, mountain ranges. These are all things that we are going to see in the third lesson, and we are going to compare, we are going to differentiate between the both countries, which country has more physical features, mountain ranges, or which country has more water sources, that we are going to see in this lesson. Okay. In the third lesson, that observation of map is important. Firstly, see few questions we are going to see based on map. While learning on the basis of map, you have to find out the answer. So that's why you have to carefully you have to read the map and locate the particular location. Then it is very easy to find out the answers. So first of all, what we have to do while reading, what type of precaution we have to take for the map reading? First, you have to read the title of the map. Actually, the map is related to what? Is it really a physical map? Is it a really a rainforest regarding related map, or is it a really political map? This type of information you have to firstly acquire, and then you have to start the reading map. So here we got a physical map of India. In that we are going to see the oceans, rivers. Already we know the oceans. So plateaus, mountains, hills, and many other things we are going to see. But after that, next step, how to read the map. Index is very important. If you see the index, you will get clues, and then it is very easy to find out a particular location in the map for you. So in a symbol, you can see they given information step by step in a sections. So you have to carefully read the index. Then after, you have to see the directions of the map, 4 directions that are already shown in one corner. So now we are going to see a few questions based on map. The first question is, observe the map given in a figure number 3.1 and answer the following question. The first question that I am going to see, in which direction does the region with an altitude of more than 600 meter lie in India? Sorry, 6,000. More than 6,000 altitude. If you know altitude, if you don't know, then let me explain what is meant by altitude. See here, already we are learned in the 9th standard, we are measuring height from the sea level. If you see, why we not measure height on a land? Because everywhere land height is not proper. In some areas it is high or less. So exactly we want a plain area. So from the sea level we are start to measure the height. So altitude, we can say that altitude means height we are measuring. So more than 6,000 altitude, in which area we can see in India? So that answer is in the north direction, or in the north part of India we can see the more altitude. So answer is north part of India. So maximum altitude, maximum height from sea level, we can see more than 6,000. The altitude we can find in north part of India. The first, if you see the map, then you will realize in a red color symbol, the north part of India is mentioned more than 6,000 in altitude. So here we are going to see the next question. Look for the south flowing river in the peninsular region. In which river basin does it lie? Okay. So question is, look for the south flowing rivers in the peninsular region. In which river basin does it lie? In southern part of India, in peninsular region, in which river basin the south flowing river we can find? The river name is Kaveri river basin. So this is the answer that we can see. The south flowing river basin, it lies into the peninsular region of India's southernmost part. Okay. Okay, next question we are going to see now. In which direction is the slope of the region in the north shown in a dark green? See, basically question is, in which direction is the slope of region in the north shown in dark green? If you clearly observe index, in the index they gave us the low altitude in a green color, and that green color in north side we can see. Then that time we can realize in northwest side of India the less altitude lies in the direction of northwest. So answer of third question is northeast. So in the northeast direction we can see the low altitude and also we can say less height in a green zone we can see in the Indian continent. Okay. Next, fourth question. Make a list of plateaus located in between Arauli Ranges and Chota Nagpur Plateau. See here we have to find out the plateaus located between Arauli mountain ranges and the Chota Nagpur plateaus. So in between whatever plateaus are there, that name we have to find out from the map. So we got the two names, that Mewar Plateau and Malwa Plateau. Mewar Plateau and Mewar Plateau. So these are the two plateaus we can find in between the Arauli mountain ranges and Chota Nagpur plateaus. Okay, now next question that we are going to see. Name the peak shown in the Eastern Ghats. So one of the peak we found in the Eastern Ghat, you can see the coastline of India at east side. There you can see Mahendragiri is one of the peak you can see into the eastern side of India. So answer is Mahendragiri. So Mahendragiri is one of the peak we can find in the eastern part of India. So next question we are going to see, which mountains demarcate the deep plains of Brahmaputra. So which mountains, which hills that comes across in the flow of Brahmaputra river, that we are going to see. The two hills are there, the Garo hills and Dafla hills. Now sixth one, Garo hills, and again one, Dafla hills. Now we are going to see seventh question based on map. Give the relative location of the Nilgiri hills. Relative location, little bit area or little bit information, nearby information we have to give for the location about Nilgiri hills that we are going to see now. Nilgiri hills you can find in a Kerala, in a location of Kerala you can find Nilgiri hills, but exactly if we can say in a direction to south and west, in a southwest location, you can see the Nilgiri hills. Southwest and in state of Kerala. So in Kerala we can see the exact location of Nilgiri hills. So next question, now ninth one. In which direction does the height of Sahyadri hills increase? Basically, we know that Sahyadri ranges from Maharashtra. They spread maximally in the Konkan area, but we have to tell here in a directions. Towards coastline, towards west direction, the Sahyadri ranges spread into the Maharashtra, that we already know that. So answer is in maximum height spread into the west onwards. Maximum height spread west onwards. In Maharashtra. So we can see the exact location, which direction onwards the Sahyadri ranges spread in a more height that west onwards. So next question, the Vindhyas act as a water divide between which two river basins? See, due to the one of the act we have divided two rivers. Due to the one act we have divided the water basins. So there are two rivers are responsible for this act. The question is, the Vindhyas act as water divide between which two rivers? So water divide act is there, division of water. So two rivers are there mainly. If you find this answer in map, it is okay. If you can search elsewhere, then also okay. So two river names are there, the Ganga and Indus river basins. Here I will write the answer. The Ganga and Indus river basin. If you know in between which two countries this act took place. So we know that the India and Pakistan, in between India and Pakistan, this act took place for the water division. So here the role of two rivers is very important. That two rivers are Ganga and Indus. Through these two river basins, the act was passed for the water division. Next we are going to see what question is there. Observe the figure number 3.2 and answer the following questions. What is the range of altitude of Amazon river basin? See here, I'm repeating the question. What is the range of altitude of Amazon river basin? Range. So exactly altitude range that we have to find out on map by map, and we will get answers. So we have for that basically we have to follow the points. The step by step we have to see the first index, and index we will get a symbol about the altitude. In green section 200 to between 200 to 500 meters the Amazon river is spread. So exact altitude 200 to 5000 meter altitude spread into the Amazon river basin. So this one also important question. Now next one we are going to see, between which two highlands is the Amazon river basin located. So location of the Amazon river that we have to say here, between which two highlands. So here we can clearly see two highlands, Guyana highlands and another one Brazilian highlands. So main two highlands are there. First one Guyana and second one Brazilian highlands. So in between that Amazon river is located. So we got exact location of Amazon river. So next one that we are going to see few questions are remain. Observe the region with the altitude of 500 to 1000 meter. Describe the locational extent of this region. Show in a yellow with reference to the direction. See here they asked us in text what exactly they asked. We have to tell the highest altitudinal area of Brazil. So that name of that extent we have name of the city or name of area we have to tell, and altitude. After telling altitudinal value, altitudinal location, we have to tell degrees and value of that particular place with the longitude and latitude. Once again I want to explain. See, after telling altitude, we have to tell longitude and latitude of particular place which is highest altitude, which has highest altitude in a Brazil. So basically we can see the shield, one of the places there in Brazil shield, it has a more than 1000 altitude, and it comes into the location in longitude and latitude. The location is exactly 15 degree east onwards and 45 degree north onwards. 45 degree north onwards. So this is the exact longitudinal and latitudinal value that we have to tell about the highest altitudinal place. Okay, next one we are going to see, what do the isolated regions shown in yellow indicate. So in yellow indicate isolated regions shown, there are a less population, and these all areas comes into the high mountain ranges. So there is a less population, so we can say that there is a hilly or mountain areas. So next question that I am going to see, beside the Amazon river basins, where else do you find regions with the altitude of less than 200 meters? So we have to tell that leaving the Amazon river basin. Other areas of Brazil which has a less than 200 altitude, less than 200. We have to find out the area which has altitude less than 200. So area names you can find out from the map. Very easy it is. And the last question, describe the plateau region with a height of 200 to 500 meters through the which of tributaries of Amazon. How in your own words? So basically own words, you have to tell the name of tributaries. I will tell you first. Few are there. Purus River and Japura River. These are two tributaries of Amazon River. These two rivers comes into the less than 200 altitude. We can understand through the symbol. We can, if we read the index, then we will understand this one. Okay. So here we have studied the all questions regarding to the India and Brazil based on the map, and we got information about the rivers, mountain ranges, plateaus, and also their tributaries and their exact altitude and longitude. And main important thing we have learned the highest altitude. So we can see if we compare to India to the Brazil, we can see the highest altitude from the sea level in Brazil city. Okay, so remaining part that we will see in our next video. So geographical explanation that we are going to see about India and also Brazil. So other things about the Himalaya, North Indian plains, plateaus, and again peninsula, that we all things we will study in next video. So here we have to take a break and we will meet in the next lecture. Okay, so you have to do one thing, you have to read the map carefully, you have to observe the map and just check the all answers, locate the places into the map and write these all answers in your notebook. And when classes will start, that time I am going to check your notebooks. If you have any query, doubt, you can ask me into comments and we will continue our remaining chapter afterwards. Okay, thank you.